Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to my channel. This is Wendy, and I wanted to show you guys my new tuck spot. It is a basket weave or just weaving paper, and it makes a great pocket, tuck spot, however you want to do it. There's a little image of a flower, but it has great texture, and I love the feel of it. And that's what it is. It's just a square of basket weaving. Now I left the edges on here because I like the look myself. And I think the more you use it through here, it'll get a little bit more raggedy. Or the option is you can cut them off so you don't have to, see them. So that's an option here as well. So I just wanted to show you guys, that's in my idea book, how to do this real quick, because it has some great options as a background page too. So what you need first is a square piece of paper. I'm working in this journal, and I wanted to put it in, I wanted to put one in here. So once you decide the size of your square, and you don't even have to have a journal, just as long as you know what size you want, eventually going to want it. So you need a square piece of paper, and you need about 2 book pages. Basically, you need enough to make about 8 to 10 strips. Okay. Ink your book page if you like that look. Here is what mine looks like. Oops. See, and I like mine inked, to give it that look. So I wasn't thinking, so when I cut my strips, I didn't ink it, and then I realized you have to ink each individual strip, and it takes forever, and it's fiddly. So I recommend inking, painting, whatever you're going to do beforehand, and then cut. So next is, these are 1/2 inch strips, and you want to cut lengthwise because you want the length on them. So I just get my ruler, and I come down here, and I just mark every 1/2 inch, not, and just not too exact, and then I use my ruler. You can cut it as well, but I kind of like the kind of like the raw edges to it. But by all means, use your scissors or cutting cutting board. So that's all you need to do. And like I said, you need about 8, 10, depending on how thick you want it. Okay, so next you need is Scotch tape. So I put a little piece of tape because it's removable, and I stick it, I already had a piece, on the back of your square and tape it down so it doesn't move. All right, so next, and I'm going to warn you, this part can be a little fiddly, okay? So just patience, patience, patience. Okay, so I put the first strip on the top edge, and then the next strip on the bottom edge. That gives you an idea of where you want your strips. I'm going to do 4 across like this because I want to see more of my background. But you can add more. You can go 5 for this small of a, my base square is 4.5 inches. So if you want to do a 4.5 inch, this is what it's going to look like. I am going to do 4 strips because I want to see more, like I said, more of the background. So you just kind of even them out like this. Okay. Now this is where your handy dandy tape comes in handy. You're going to be fast and smash them down on the side. So it's like this. So they're not moving. Your bottom strip's not moving. And then you need some glue. I'm just using some Elmer's glue because we're going to glue the base down to the page, but we just want to make sure the sticky, it gets stuck in the place, first of all. Okay, so you get your first strip, and what I like to do is, let's say the second strip you lift up, kind of lay it on there, and then the bottom strip you lay up, pull up, and lay it on there. And then you slide this all the way up until it's covering the edge of your square, okay? Then you come in with your glue, lift it back up. This is the tedious part. Just put a little drop, dab, and I come down here, a little drop, and dab. And then you come with your next one, your next strip, and you do the opposite. So it's this first one and this third one you lift up and lay this in here. Oop, and see, I laid it backwards. So first one, third one, and then kind of want to eyeball that where you want that. You see? And then you do it again. You lift up the first one, a dab of glue, oops, and this one, another dab of glue, and I do the end one, just a dot, okay? And let's go again. Now it's the opposite again, the second one and the last one. All right. And then I put that just like this. You lift it up. Ugh, my glue doesn't want to come out this morning. And dab that. And then I'm going to do one more. I'm going to edge it there. But I want one of my, oops. All right, last one. So we lift up this one. Oh, did I glue this one? I missed a spot. Okay. So then we lift up the first one and the third one. And then I just butt it up to the edge. I'm forgetting what I'm saying. I'm getting so lost into doing this. It actually gets fun after you get it going. You get kind of interested in weaving these pages. So let me get my last dot on there. Okay, so all glued. Now let's pick off this tape. Bum, bum. Okay, so now you have your grid. Here, I'll remove this too. This one should peel up too. Scotch tape is great, and it comes off the back of your page. Oh, just a little tearing. Okay, so now this tape, I don't have a problem lifting it up. Just, it kind of comes, well, that one's pulling off some. It's not a necessity because I end up cutting these off anyway, but I just wanted to show you guys what else you can do with this grid. Okay, so now that you got, make sure all your edge pieces are down. Okay, so let's say I don't want a pocket, but I want some texture in here. So if you want to cut these off, or if it's big and if it's small enough, you can glue this down and just decoupage and, you know, paste stuff on it. And it gives you really cool, you know, a really cool background to whatever you're going to work on your page. So I just thought that was kind of neat. Depending on what you don't glue down, they could be miniature tuck spots. So just something to keep in mind. All right, let me show you how to get this on here. So what I do is I flip this over and I get my glue, and am I in the spot? Okay. I go around the square and then I'll go down. Doesn't take much because these are book pages. These pretty stick pretty fast. So, okay. Got that. And then with your, oops, let me turn it. Okay, so with your book page, the print goes down onto the glue. I know it's weird, but it does. Follow your square. You know how you butted it up to that edge. And then press it down. Press it down. Mine was a little off, but that's okay. So you see how I did that? Now, when you flip it over, it's glued on. Just tap it. Now, I like to, like I said, cut off a few of these. So, and then, let's see. Yeah, I will probably cut all of them except for the top. So if you want to see what that looks like, let's do that. So I can leave it like this, or I can go ahead and take off, and then I can leave the top. But I think I'm going to do this. All right. Let me move that out of the way. This is my travel journal. So I will end up pasting that in there and leaving this two sides open so my cards can go in. And that's all it needs, unless you want to add, you know, whatever you want to the front. So that's it. What do you guys think? It's a little fiddly, but I like the look of it. And if you want to just try to even put the strips on your page, just glue them down as you go, I would assume, however you guys want it. I think it just makes a really neat look to your book. Here, let's try this one. So just gluing it down like this without even weaving it. Look at that look on it. That would be so cool. I might have to do this one too on this. So there you go. There's my little basket weave tuck. Let me know what you guys think. And if you do it, share. I would love to see it. And you guys have a good morning. Thank you for coming. Bye.